Hey, what's up everybody? Onyx here with your quick 1 minute EDM tip of the day. Today's tip is not going to be quick and it's not going to be a minute, but I have been requested numerous times to show how to make a pluck style sine wave synth that you hear on drops nowadays. A lot of the big room tunes have those percussive drops, and they have that synth that kind of sounds like a drum. It might actually be a drum in some of those songs, but you can use a synth to replicate that sound. I actually got this idea off of Night Party's track LRAD, though this is not the exact same synth, so I'm not calling it that. This is what it sounds like. In case you don't want it, you can hear it ahead of time. And then these are some of the macros that change the tone around. And then I also have the tail and then a bunch of other ones that change the tone. So basically, I routed a bunch of macros to change the tone of the synth. But if you want that synth, go ahead and grab it in the description below. You'll see a link to it, so just go ahead and go get it. Or I will show you how to do it if you want to stick around. I can't make it from scratch, so you have to just follow along the best you can. Oscillator 1 is going to be a -24. You're going to have a sine square on that. WT all the way, not all the way, WT right here. Intensity here, amp there, spectrum, keep that in the middle. Oscillator 2, keep it on 0. You want to do a sine triangle, put it over on sine, intensity up, amp up, keep that in the middle. Oscillator 3, -12. You want to have it on woody. I use woody oftentimes for percussive style synths. It always has a good tone to it, and that's why I routed macro 4 right here to change the tone if you want. It'll give you different tones on top there. And I also have a macro 6 routed here and put it up 1 octave, so you can put it up 1 octave if you need to. For the mod os, it's like that on 3, but I don't think it's actually up, so don't worry about it. For the noise, I have it on tape noise, and I have the color halfway, amp a little bit less than halfway. I have macro 3 routed here and macro 5 routed here. They both just add noise to it. The difference is that 5 is also routed as the reverb. So if you want to add a reverb tail and noise at the same time, you can just use 1 macro instead of automating 2 things, which is a pain in the ass. Down here, no feedback, don't worry about that. Insert 1, you have a sine shaper, just crank it up a bit. Insert 2, you have an HP LP filter. HP all the way to the left, LP all the way to the left as well. You want to route an envelope 3 on that LP, crank it all the way as such, and then you want to have your envelope 3 look like my envelope 3. Important things being tack all the way down, decay right here, level all the way down, and release as such. Again, adjust those to taste, and I have a macro 2 routed here just as so to change the tone of the pluck, as you would say. Okay, let's go up to the top. Filter 1, have it on acid. Acid sounded the best, so that's what I went with. Have the mix all the way up on 1, and I have it routed as such. Envelope 2 is routed just like this, with the attack all the way down, decay all the way to the right, level all the way to the right, release right there. So that about covers that section. Let's see what else is up here. You want to go ahead and go to the reverb. I actually had the reverb pretty much all the way down until I activate it with the macro. Size and density and color, you guys can adjust those however you want it. You don't need to copy those. And then I have dimension expander, probably redundant at that point in time, but I have it there anyway, so feel free to turn that on and off. And then the EQ is boosted here and here, a little bit higher on the highs than normal, but not by much. So yeah, that should cover that section. The routing is all standard. I rarely change unless I'm really nerding out. The voicing tab, I have it on polyphon. If you want to slide the synth around, make sure you put it on monophon. But polyphon is to get this exact sound. I have the unison on 5. Everything else is off. Trigger always. Like I said, if you want to make it a Dutchy style percussive synth, put it on mono and then go in there and glide it as you always would. Let's see. Envelope 4 is going to be important. Attack all the way down. Decay is going to be right here. The decay and level are going to determine the sustain or the tone of your synth, I guess you could say, how long it lingers on after the initial pluck. So I actually have the macro 1 routed here with the pluck thing. And then if you want to make the synth linger on more, just adjust the level as needed. And I think that about covers it. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. Like I said, you can download it. Just go below in the description and get it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this not 1 minute EDM tip of the day. Alright guys, peace.